What's up, everybody? How are you? This is Gavin Higashi.
What's up?
Today is my Positive Insight interview, and this is number 12, I believe. And today I got Josh Williams with me, so I'm super pumped. Again, the reason why I do these videos is to just push positivity into Facebook, into our industry, just interview people that have a really good positive insight and something of value to bring you. So I am trying out a new microphone, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. So if anyone's on and wants to give me like a thumbs up, that's good. Thank you so much, Lacey. I appreciate it. So hopefully the audio will be a little bit better.
Can we get one more thumbs up, please? Can we get another thumbs up?
Get another thumbs up. So as I'm doing these, I'm just trying to find newer ways to make it better. So if anyone has any feedback, the feedback for this mic came from AJ Abondo. So AJ, thank you. Bought this mic. I'm pumped to have it and test it out today. So let's get started. I'm gonna do the interview. I just appreciate you guys, everything you're doing. Thanks for being on here with me. So here we go. So Josh, thank you so much. Tell everybody a little bit about who you are.
All right, so I'm Josh Williams. I'm 5'7", bald. Just kidding. So Josh Williams, I'm a mortgage loan officer over at Elevations Credit Union. Got a family, 4 daughters. Yes, I said 4 daughters. It's awesome. I'm completely outnumbered in my household, but I love life. I love sports. I'm also a high school baseball coach at Stanley Lake High School. I did resign this year, so it's my last year, but I've had just an awesome run and a lot of fun over there. But I just a laid back guy. Just like to have a lot of fun, and glad you brought me in today to do the interview.
Yeah, man, thank you so much for doing it with me. I've known Josh for quite a while, actually. Him and I have been in the same industry. We've worked together a few times at different companies, and it just seems like we always kind of come back together because we're always on a similar page. So
yeah,
I just appreciate your friendship. And actually, today's our 8-year friendship on Facebook. Right. So I thought that was a pretty significant thing that we're doing the video on our 8-year friendiversary on Facebook. Anyways, so tell me what are your whys? What gets you up every day? What motivates you?
Well, definitely everybody says family. For me, it's the same thing. It is my family. But the other thing that motivates me is, I've got so many different roles that I play in my life, whether it's, the husband, father, baseball coach,
sure.
Provider. So each one of those roles wakes me up, gets me going. I have people that look for me to get things done throughout a daily basis. And, if I don't do the things that I need to do, then other people can't go about the things they need to do to get better in their life. So, I've got a lot of roles, and each one of those roles I got to do the best I can do. So that's my why. That gets me going every single day. That's
cool. It's always good to have that directional kind of North Star of what's kind of driving you every day to keep you on track. So that's awesome. It's your family. It should be your family. So not judging. It can be whatever you want it to be. So, since you have a family, it should be your family. So what are some challenges that you've gone through that you remember learning from, or that really built you?
Yeah, so I've had anxiety disorder, panic attacks since I was like 16 years old. So when you try to battle that on a daily basis, I didn't know what medication was until I was probably 24. So on a daily basis, you try to battle that on a, in our business as sales or as a coach, and, you're trying to be that positive role model for other people, or in the sales world, you're trying to go out and meet with other people, but you have the anxiety of, oh my gosh, I gotta walk in this office, what am I gonna do? Even though you've practiced it 1,000 times in your head, you still get that major anxiety. As soon as you turn Facebook Live on today, I went there and went, but you know what? It's because I've had it for so long. I've learned to kind of go through those challenges, know how to filter what is positive, what is not, and just move forward. So that has been my biggest challenge in life, is just trying to deal with anxiety and move through it, and still be that positive role model, not let the anxiety or the fear or the panic bring me down. Constantly just try to, I guess, achieve the things you need to do and fight through that on a constant daily basis. So
I'll be honest with you, I never even knew that about you. I think as salespeople in general, we get anxiety.
Yeah.
Well, gosh, so me throwing this video on you is probably one of the hardest.
Hey, but I'm here.
One of the hardest things I could have done for you. But yeah, you're doing awesome. But do you feel like that's based on a confidence thing, or is it based off of, like you're saying, like you learn to just go in and execute and just do it, right? Like I kind of feel the same way as we get in our heads sometimes, and instead of letting that self-talk kind of bring us down, I just do it.
Right.
If it's going to work or not, I just do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think it kind of developed it as a confidence thing. So it started, we're all adults, so I can, on this video here. So,
Gosh, I hope so.
It started with some recreational, drug use that is now legal in the state of Colorado. That was the first thing that time I ever had that, and then it just stuck with me. Like that kind of was my trigger, right, to have panic disorder within my life. And then, but it brings your confidence down when you're scared to do things, when you're scared to go do stuff that you've always been normal or been doing on a normal daily basis. All of a sudden now you're like, man, I've got this weight on me. I don't know if I can do it. But it also makes me so much stronger. It also helps me, I've got children that also have anxiety attacks, and it helps me to be able to guide them in the right direction. Hey, these are the things you can control. These are the things you can't. You just got to go with it. Yeah. And so, it's formed my life in a way, but it's also allowed me to step in and help those with that same, triggers that they have.
I don't mean to just keep hitting on this one question, but like the more you start to do that, like put yourself in those situations, and the more you kind of overcome those situations, the better you become at it, right?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I feel like that's what holds a lot of people back, is that first step of just jumping in and just going after it, regardless if it gives you anxiety or not. So thank you for sharing. That's awesome. I appreciate it. So I'm reading, I'm listening to different stuff just to keep my mind on track and stay focused. So is there anything you're listening to or reading consistently that kind of keeps you focused?
So I've read about, this might relate to a lot of people out there, but I've read like 2 books since high school. So I'm not a big reader. But what I do like is, because of you, I've started listening to podcasts. I like the things that, maybe not the big names, right? Tony Robbins is amazing. I do love listening to his podcast, but the things that I do like is your videos on a weekly basis. I love them. I think they're awesome.
I didn't even pay you for that, so I appreciate that.
But I do. I love them. Damon Eddy, he does this Mindset Minute, which he just started doing. I listen to each one of those. I think they're awesome. So I like to really tap into the kind of the local, smaller guys. Ty Bennett is a huge, becoming a very big motivational speaker. He's got a couple of books out that I'm actually attempting to read, and I will finish one of them.
Nice.
That is one of my goals. So, those are between you and Damon and Ty Bennett. Tony Robbins every once in a while, but those are the things I really like to.
That's cool, man. I appreciate you sharing that too. I mean, I'm not looking for. Hold on, really quick. Sorry. I'm not looking for any self-plug, to be honest with you, but I appreciate that. It makes me feel good that like there is value in what I'm doing, because it brings value to me. So this is why I'm doing it. It brings value to me, and I'm able to share with people. But I think if you can find people in your community that you see personally, I mean, Damon's obviously a big influence on me too, and if you can find people in your community that are close that you can connect with and learn from, that's probably the best. Because then you potentially get a mentorship as well as being able to learn from them. So that's cool.
And just one other thing, you can really relate to those people.
Yeah,
they've been in the trenches. I've been with you since day one.
Yeah. When
you became a rep at Land Title, and now he's Gavin, right?
Right.
So watching you grow and see the things that you've done in your life, and those things, those are big things that motivate people within your same community, just like you were saying.
Yeah. We do share that. I mean, that's kind of a unique thing that you got to see, as I've got to see with you too, is us just growing up in ourselves and understanding how we can be better, and just kind of growing up. So this 8-year friendiversary on Facebook is kind of a big deal. Just kidding. So any quotes or mantras or sayings that you live by?
So 2 things. So on my phone every day I wake up, and the saying is hard work pays off. So I turn my phone on, like majority of people, the first thing I see is hard work pays off. So that's where I go off that. And then the other one that I've always used in coaching, whether I've done speed and agility clinics, head coach of the baseball program, is no excuses, just results. So I mean, that's it. Just no excuses, get after it. And if you do the right work, put your work in, you'll have good results.
Hard work pays off, and no excuses, just results. I like that a lot. So Those are both really good ones, man. I really appreciate it. So,
Absolutely.
thank you again for everyone that is supporting me with these videos. And I get so much feedback offline from everyone, and I really appreciate that. And just appreciate the encouragement and the support to keep going with this, because I know how much it's helping me, and I'm glad that it's helping some of you out there. And we'll just keep plugging along. So, Josh, thank you again for your time, man.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have a good day, everyone, and we'll see everyone soon.
Bye.